We actually had some documents we discovered that they had withheld. After the motion dismissed was, and Mr. Salter testified they didn't exist. And I actually pulled a sting on one of them. I actually took one of these documents they swore up and down to me didn't exist, sent an open records request to the Solid Waste Department. They sent me another certified letter jerking me around saying, you know, we can't help you. And then I gave a copy of it to Mr. Van Gilder, the hall shopper. And he's sitting here today. And Larry called him up and said, I've got this document that has totally different sets of numbers on your green waste reports. And I got an email like an hour after Larry made this call, and miraculously they found the original 2003 green waste report and sent me one.
Brad, my question, though, is,
we've asked for this.
In discovery, have you went to the judge and said, we're not getting this in discovery?
We haven't been to the court itself.
I believe that's your remedy to your problem. I mean, commission, like
well, as
Jarret said, the remedy is from the judge. We have no means to punish or no means to make them give you a piece of paper.
Well, I didn't come here tonight for this particular subject. I changed it because Mr. Wietrich showed up this time. I came to talk about another subject, but since he was here, I wanted to cover these while he was in attendance to give him an opportunity to see what's going on. And also, and it was more than just this subject, it's more than what I've brought to your attention today. I came here with 3 prongs in this 5 minutes, which is now bleeding over. One of the major things I was concerned with is engineering vehicles that spent a good portion of 2008. I mean, if that truck was over an hour, it was over there 200 hours.
Right. Well, I agree that that's improper. But again, the discovery of your evidence needs to be done through the court. Commission can't punish nor force paperwork. And I mean, I would like for this to be resolved because I think the discrepancies that we see need to be taken care of.
Yeah.
But I don't think this public forum is the place to resolve this issue. The court needs to resolve the issue.
Well,
I see we have another question too.
It's a public record. I should be entitled to it no matter how I apply for it or ask for it.
Commissioner Brawls?
Dwight, did you have something you wanted to say?
Thank you, Commissioner. Mr. Chairman, I just want to make a suggestion to the body. And as Commissioner Anders has alluded to, I think the key to this discussion is to keep it in the proper forum. So let's revisit a couple of the things that we do know. Mr. Mays, as I previously stated from this podium, is a litigant. Let me remind you that he is suing you and Knox County. Therefore, the matter is going to be heard and dispensed with at some point in time in court. If he has evidence that any member of the mayor's staff has not provided solid waste reports, and he can prove that to the contrary, and as Mr. Jarret has said, motions for discovery have been made, that would be the appropriate venue in which to provide that evidence and demonstrate that discovery was not complied with. This commission's got a simple decision to make. Do you want to try this case in court? Remember, Mr. Mays is suing you. Do you want to try it in court, or do you want to try it in public forum? Secondly, Commissioner Smith, I respectfully disagree with your assessment. And I don't know exactly how suing Knox County is supposed to save us money, but thus far it has not. I also remind you we're spending money on the services of Pam Reeves, who is as good an investigator and mediator in this town as there is. Why don't we give her an opportunity to do her work and file her report, and let's see what the facts say. When Ms. Reeves provides a report, you can rest assured it will be rooted in the facts. Just because Mr. Mays says it doesn't make it true. He's not under oath. He's simply down here under public forum offering his opinion on these matters. Finally, if he has a complaint against a county employee, whether it's in the executive branch or any other branch of government, he can approach either the office holder, in our case that would be the mayor's office, come to Dr. Fogerson in HR, file his complaint, provide his evidence, and we'll act appropriately. This is neither the time nor the place. We can do this every month from now ad infinitum, but we won't get anywhere.
I'd like to rebut one statement.
Do you have anything else, Commissioner Brawls?
I'd like to
Commissioner,
thank you.
Go ahead, Brad.
I'd like to rebut one statement that Mr. Van de Veek made. only thing I have sued Knox County for is document production. I've never sued them for a penny. I have sued contractors who owe us money to make them pay us. There's a distinct difference. If I'm successful in my lawsuits, you all get a wheelbarrow load of money. That's the difference. And there's a lot more money here than you all have ever been told about. There was $100,000 I was going to cover with you tonight. I didn't get an opportunity to.
Commissioner Holman?
Well, that goes to one point I wish to add. This is about money in the sense that we may be owed money, and that point should be stressed. We also should stress that there's a public health concern here. If material was sold that was contaminated, then there's a public health concern. I think it's perfectly within the realm of the legislative body to ask questions, and maybe we should just keep asking questions until we get answers. Granted, court suits will limit our ability to action, but to keep the public pressure on, I hope people will continue to look into this, because if there was a public health hazard and the government has lost money, it seems to me both of those are relevant concerns.
Thank you. Seeing no other lights. Thank you, Brad. Michael Conrad.